Good evening, Twitch. How you doing? It's Friday night. Have yourself a wonderful ending to your week. We are back, and the game has changed once again. We're here, back, playing some Hand of Fate 2. Which I should include now. We'll have, from here on out, I'll also be letting you, the players, if you, the watchers, also have control of our fate here. So this will be a collaborative effort, as you get to choose. I've added Twitch integration into Hand of Fate 2. That's actually apparently a great... Honestly, to me, that fits very well with Hand of Fate 2. Letting players actually choose the fate of the player, whether for ill or for their benefit. Because it's a nice, simple, and yet it's very core to the actual gameplay of a single choice, making it either a better game or a more difficult game. But let's not dwell too much on it. Why don't we just jump on into the game? Personally, I'm excited actually to be doing this as my current project here. I'm really sad. October was a really prime time to do Battle Chases Night War. I don't know if I want to stream that one or if it'll continue to be afterwards. So, a little bit of background on our character here. Keyboard controls have changed. Defend and bash default controls have been changed, and a number of combat responsive issues have been improved. Interesting. So, there is our character here. He hails from the land of the East. He is also... His father's amulet was that of the eagle, and you can see him there very stoically. A nice red outfit there. Beautiful. So let us continue our journey with the dealer. Let's see here, just let's make sure here. Actually make sure the Twitch configuration is set. It is. Honestly, excited to see how that actually will work here. Usually there's a bot or something here. I'm actually going to take one little moment here and just take a look and see how they actually pull it off. I really wish there was like a tutorial that actually showed how it works, but we shall see how it works. Haven't done anything else. The only thing I've done is mess with those settings there, put in the key that they gave me, and it says it's working. I always love that. Like, really great graphics. Makes it fit. Oop, that's the wrong button.
I have clawed my way back, beyond the 13 gates, to this mortal realm.
So, in our last journey, we beat the Fool, which is Malaclips. We took on the Magician, which was the Blight. Made Malaclips join our party, and we also helped Malaclips go on an adventure to meet the High Priestess, in which he said, "Only blood for blood." We fought against the Northerns as we ascended the mountains. I guess had pyramid mountains. But we shall continue. We shall go up against, see what the Empress has to deal. Just one little mention here. A lot of the adventures changed, so it's no longer just simply beat the big boss at the end. Every single campaign you have now has an objective, which I honestly kind of like. It makes it different from the original, so it's not just simply fighting, the big boss at the end of your journey. A little less risk, I'd say. Combat's is a lot tighter in terms of response, but you definitely need to, I think it definitely might, because that has also currently has eased up on the difficulty. At least the overall difficulty. I think if anything, the difficulty of the game for the original was actually simply navigating the board where you're constantly struggling. But, once again, we're still at the start of the adventure, and it's 22 campaigns to actually go through here. The Empress earned fame in order to wield the legendary weapon Harith's Ire. Alright, so we are in on an effort to collect fame.
Are you confused? Complete these challenges, and we will be ready to face the usurper.
And that is our motivation here. We're now, instead of going up against the dealer, we are now working for the dealer, or with the dealer. Villages on the northern outskirts are under assault from the northern raiders. Defeat the mighty shaman who is leading their raids. Mighty hero. Gain enough fame to wield the mighty Hreth's ire and the raids. Encounters with northerners are common in these parts. So I really actually want to see max platinum cards. Okay, I guess I'm definitely adding that because I want to see what the platinum cards actually do. But we shall also be adding as many of the ones with tokens here. So I'll be using Burning Building, Cartographer, the Underneath, and any ones that are also new as well. Also still want to try Market Thief. I want to show as much as possible here. Let's see, is there any other ones? Let's actually, we'll add the Old Maiden if we have enough room. So keep the Friendly Innkeeper, we'll add Gnomish Exchange, throw in Winter Solstice. Let's see here, so we have actually room for 2 slots. So the great thing about deck building in this is that you can actually gain max life or lose equipment. So one great thing is once you actually know what the card does, you can actually see what you can actually earn or lose from it. I actually like that. It's a lot more specific, so you kind of can strategize. Like, there's a nice little reveal map card. Distressed Damsel here, so it's actually really good. Gain gold, gain food. Actually add, well, let's see here. What do I want here? And buy blessings. You know, we'll add the Olden Maiden. And we shall also... I want to add resources here. We'll continue, and now we have to pick our weapons. We got a lot more options now. We'll add the Berserker's Creed, the Dark Grove Ring, the Extinguisher. So I'll add those. Let's see, we're fighting Northerners, so I want to bring the Winter's Bane. Let's see here. I can bring the Bastion of Purification. Add the Humble Hammer, because we also didn't have that as well. And let's see, Buckler, Eat Less. Armor Breaker. We'll bring one more. You can have unlimited rings. Yeah, 1 shield, 2 weapons. We'll bring another shield. Let's actually add... Oh, that only has 1 defense. Let's bring the normal shield. Oh, and we can actually bring something with us. That's interesting. Token. That's right, these things have tokens now. I'm a little confused here on this. Against Northerners, Riposte deals 125% damage. Interesting. Oh, we could add 5 food to our cart. Add that. I guess it's just something we start out with then instead of the normal one. I'm curious what the tokens do on that. But we're on our quest to earn as much fame as possible. Let us begin.
In this case, the Empress is a symbol, a leader of the northern clans, but not their only one. Now we come to one of the new nuances of our game. The hunt for fame and esteem would not work for all players, but it works for you. I can sense it in you. Your pride, your skill. In time, we will learn all of you.
Raiders have destroyed our village, the Elder of Talos explained in a hushed voice. And they were sent by a dark shaman of the north. They were searching for this. He draws a large warhammer from his cloak. Hreth's ire. It is the only weapon that will break the seal protecting their encampment. He hands you the weapon.
Anger is a powerful force.
Perform Shockwave. Perform a powerful strike that causes knockdown in a single turn. Impact tracks enemies and causes stun. Bash causes additional damage to armor. And heavy. Bash deals additional damage to armor and evade and enemies while they block. Interesting. Susceptible to evade, cannot riposte. Oh, that's kinda sucks. The weapon is heavier than you imagine, perhaps weighed down by some hidden magic, preventing you from wielding to its potential. You require 20 fame to equip this weapon. Earn fame by completing encounters. The Elder looks straight in your eyes through peering into your soul. Not all weapons are for men. Only those who have demonstrated great acts of valor and courage may bear Wreath's ire. You do well to remember that. Oh, okay. So you can actually just simply say vote. Oh, that's actually really cool. Actually really smart, so anyone who's actually voting or watching can actually vote along. Interesting. So I guess all you would have to do is actually press 1 or press 2 then. I guess I'm curious actually. I don't know if that'll actually do anything. Or if you have to do hashtag 2. It's hashtag 2. Interesting. Oh, it even shows. Okay, so it's hashtag, and then the number, and actually it will show you the percentage. That's really neat. What would you like to know? Make it quick. Okay, so basically you actually leave it up. So that's actually really smart. You always leave it up to a vote. You can actually enact a vote from your viewers. You must find courage to wield this weapon and defeat the shaman before the 5th village falls. The villages need a hero. The town of Braydon is surely in danger and must be warned. Okay. Ask how to use it. Great artifacts require great heroes, he explains. Never turn down the opportunity to aid others. Seek out greatness and you will be rewarded. Hey there, Pretty Time. How are you doing tonight? Ask about the shaman. A twisted creature with great power, never seen on the battlefield, but I hear she commands her warriors from her camp in the forest to the east. We sent out our warriors to find her, but a magical barrier prevents anyone from entering her sanctum. It is said that her sire can break through such a barrier. If she were attacked at her camp, these raids would surely be stopped for good. You doing good? Nice. So you're doing the Twitch integration thing? Yes I am. So the way the Twitch integration will actually work is, if you actually look in the lower left-hand corner here, you'll see down the X button, and it'll actually say, show if I can actually enact a vote. And by doing that, you could actually show, it'll then populate, it'll actually enact my account, to actually enact a vote, which allows people to simply press a number. It'll be a hashtag and then the number, to actually say what you want, and it'll show a percent, so you can actually see who's voting on what. Not specifically who is voting on, but the overall vote. You know, the end choice is still mine, but obviously you can actually listen to your viewers. You can just make as many viewers as you want here. Yeah, I think that works really well for a game like this. Kind of like, sort of like Choice Chamber. The Elder scowls. Empire? What good is the Empire? Naught but tax collectors and carry-on crows. 6 raids here this year and not a soldier to be seen. So much for protection. They're less reliable than the worst of the gods. I guess they're not fans of the Empire. Thank you. I trust the sacrifice of Talos not go in vain. As I said, may gods bring you good fortune. So, I can just look at the map, I can look at the camp, or just go straight. Let's go straight ahead here.
Wealth through exploration. We have many lands to discover, you and I. If you cannot make use of this, I will question your skills.
What? Oh! Okay, so you can actually gift vote too. So, like it says there, so I also included gift voting. I enabled everything. So Pretty Time, what you can do, you can actually do hashtag A, hashtag B, hashtag C, and you can actually take away 3 food, you can give me 10 gold, or you can give me 3 food. I don't know how long that'll actually be an option, but you can actually see what it does. But I will continue to play this as well, so I won't be constantly interrupting. So if I see this Twitch thing, I won't be interrupting saying what it is. It'll give you in chat, and you can vote how you please. A traveling cartographer, in the process of making the first full map of the Empire, wishes to pay you gold for information on areas you have seen in your recent travels. I need not to know every stream or stone that lies from here to the capital. I'm sure whatever knowledge you can...
and we have things to do.
We'll see in a second. I'm still... Like I said, the one downside I can see from this Twitch integration, printing of time, is if you let yourself get wrapped up in the voting. Not you as a viewer, but as the person. Like, one thing I liked about Panda Fate was it allowed me to kind of roleplay and read along with the game, which made a very immersive experience for me. There are 2 revealed encounters on the map, except for gold as pink. Oh, actually, I see. Okay, so let's actually come back soon. Interesting. Okay, I'm actually going to go back to that card.
When the hero runs in, the villain takes their time to bait their trap. Be careful, lest they put you in your place.
Okay, so, printing of time. It hasn't worked yet, but what you can see... Okay, so I figured it out. If you see the footsteps at the very top there, on the right side, you can actually see how many steps I made. So, if anything, the voting will continue until 8 steps... 8 steps have been made, and then that basically concludes the vote. So then that'll determine it'll work. So it went through. It went perfectly. It went through. So, but I will see the rewards at 9 steps. A rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in danger. You turn as the cords of a northern bulla wrapped around your body. The Three of Frost and the Trapper of Frost. A party of northerners charges you as you break free. Soldier's Sword. Every hero must have a heroic sword by their side. This, however, is utterly ordinary.
I'll have you know my friend here is killed far better than you.
Darn it. The combat looks a lot better in this one, way more fluid looking in this. Yeah, so they actually added a few things, a few differences in the combat. One, you have a partner with you. So what do we have here is Malaclips the Bard. There's also finisher moves, so if you critically injure someone, you can actually finish them off, you know, execute them. And then finally, there's also your special weapon will be active after a certain amount of hits. It's dependent on, that number will be determined by the weapon. And then you can press right trigger, or R2, to activate its special attack or ability. Which is actually really nice, because you basically earn the special ability on your weapon. So it's not really a passive thing, it's an active thing. Its reaction time for a lot of things have been shortened a lot. So you're gonna have to be a lot more, a lot more on your game, but still the core of it is very much the Arkham combat that you might know in those games. Personally, I'm okay with that sort of thing, but I can actually go for it. So the way voting works, anytime these type of choices come up, I can just simply levy it down to you or anyone else who is watching. And they can actually decide and tell me, hey, I want you to pick this as your option. I don't know why my bitrate is fluctuating, but it seems like it's overall stable. Actually, I think I actually know what the deal is, actually, with my... Where's my wireless router? Or my modem? Where'd you go? I think I know what the problem is. Why I'm getting such a bad bit rate now. Let me actually do that, so I will... So we'll search for spoils, but give me 1 second. I actually do need to fix this. So I am just going to physically move my wireless receiver here. Hopefully that'll actually fix the lag issues. It looks like the card decisions are still mine. Or not. Chance voting. You can actually... You can actually decide. So you choose card 3. As you search for valuables, one of the northerners grabs you with his last breath. He runs his blade into your side. Whack. I love that though. It's really nice to actually have something like that.
Do what you can to find more food.
I think if anything, I'm not going to throw every single thing to a vote, but I will see what I can. I could sell the legendary hammer right away. No, let's not sell that, shall we? Buy food, buy equipment. What's for cheap here? Nothing is for cheap here, but let's see what these rings do. Don't worry about printing of time. That's the beauty of this game. You can actually see, you know, don't worry about what, you know, if you make a wrong choice. There's no such thing as a wrong choice in a game like this. You can decide to be malevolent, you can decide to be helpful, or, but like anything else, like if I was simply in control, I could have picked that card. Because it's our journey now. Stunted healing. The rate of enemies healed during combat is reduced. Let's see, we know let's see what the Berserker's Creed does. It requires 6 fame to equip. Interesting. Deal more damage the more life you lose in combat. Gain 3 gold whenever you draw a gold game card. And it's light armor. Light and flexible does not affect movement speed. We'll actually simply just leave at the moment.
Here's a token for you, if you can earn it.
The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Okay. So, I won't read all of the cards every single time. We probably actually should buy food. We'll probably double back. Or not. So I can always just simply decide right off the bat here, but I think it'll also simply... Yeah, so it'll actually just simply give leverage to... So any sort of chance voting, people can just opt in. And I can change it too. You think number 2? Alrighty. We go see what's behind card number 2. Very good choice. That's actually the first time we've caught the market thief. Alright, you sod, keep your darn stuff. The thief mutters as they drop your belongings on the ground. As you gather up your things, the thief runs off, back into the crowd. Ah, so I have to get a huge success for the market thief. Interesting. So what it'll do... One thing that has changed from the first one, as you can see, just simply going over cards that you've already explored, you don't consume food anymore. You can actually start up a camp, and you can actually consume the food. I might be behind a bit since it buffered earlier. I'm noticing fluctuations in my bitrate. Hopefully that will stop as I move my wireless receiver away from objects that are metal, but we shall see. Although it doesn't look like it's improving that much. I might have to recheck the connection. I had to take apart my entire rig. An entire setup, so everything in its rightful place is not as where it should be. We shall give the cartographer its information. Give ourselves 7 gold. You spend several hours in his company until he's satisfied that you have nothing else to add. Really? Wow, I didn't get the token for that? That's a surprise. And there you go, 8 steps. And so you can actually decide to gift, so -1 blessing, 3 food, or plus 20 gold. So, there's always options. Interesting. Oh, we can't go back to the... Wait, hang on a second. Oh, I know what we can do. So we can actually go to the camp.
Campfires offer a chance to see what your companion has to say about your current challenge.
After a long day's travel along the King's Road, you find yourself at a trader's camp. They welcome you to join them. Burning the whole village to the ground seems a bit much. Think of the textiles and wine wasted. Malaclips has to have another bottle of wine to calm himself. We'll actually trade. So in the camp, you can actually change your physical appearance. You can also buy equipment, buy food. Or actually, winter's bean's very expensive. I'll actually buy the food here. Let's see, finish trading. I think you don't need to. I don't think you need to put everything up for votes. So something like this, you don't need to. You can also cook your food, get yourself some health, and break camp just to simply leave. Oh, let's continue.
Let us see what the next town holds.
Following the Talisel's instructions, you find yourself on the road to Brayden. Dusk falls as you continue on your quest. A village burns.
Do not take lightly the mantle of fame. Being a figurehead is not without consequences.
You arrive at Brayden at dawn to find it under attack from raiders. As the last village burns, 3 brave farmers attempt to defend the last of the surviving villagers. One calls out, "Please help, we must stop these savages before all is lost." Draw your weapon and rush to their aid. Oh, it even gives you a last second option to change your weapon. Interesting. So yeah, I think for the big streamers, they're definitely like the gift voting, That is a lot of people. Oh! Ah, it didn't dodge quick enough. So that right there was my right trigger attack there. They do still just fall over to the ground. If you are quick enough with your riposte, you can actually see what to do. And also your companions will always also can give you benefits. So Malaclips, for example, can actually give you a protective shield, which protects you from one source of damage. Hey, how's it going? One more thing. Alright, enjoy your shower. Definitely something you would do. The surviving villagers rush to the farmer's aid and tend their wounded. "Thank you, hero," they cry. "You have saved our people, but sadly our village is no more. Please accept this small token of our gratitude." For saving all of the peasants, you receive 4 fame. And 3 food. Very nice. Oh, 8 food. It is not time to celebrate. They are surely mustering to raid the town of Terran. They point further south down the riverbank. If you are a true hero, you will surely save them. With another village lost to the Northerners, you set out for the next town without delay. Well, part of this is kind of my fault. Alright, let's go move forward.
The longest night, and a symbol of the deepest matters. You would do well to attend to the things that happen here.
On the longest night of winter, the townsfolk of Stigall set up a huge bonfire to celebrate the victory of light over darkness. The one night of the Empire turns a blind eye to the outlawed use of magic. You join a group of peasants close to the fire. Taking a sip, the woman beside you offers you a goblet. You politely accept the pungent potion and take a quick swig. Warmth rushes through your body and you fall into a deep hypnotic trance as you stare into the dancing flames. You wait to find yourself in a stable, nestled among a herd of cows. On your way out, you spot a few unconscious Empire guards huddled together outside the stable. No blessing cards found in your inventory. Alright, guess that leaves nothing. One more thing is cold. Yeah, I would be cold too. Let's just go up. Oh,
If
let's
you
go.
fall in a trap once, you may blame error. To fall in the same trap again smacks of foolishness.
Yeah. Huh? Even more traps. I should also say the special. You're not dead. Can I get a shield or something? I guess it's a range. So I guess the Malaclips can only give you the shield if you have ranged. Oh! There we go. It's a lot more difficult to combat. Still definitely something you kind of got to get used to again. This is only the second game I've played that uses like the Arkham combat. With the raiders defeated, you contemplate your next move. You can search for spoils or continue on your journey. I believe in a second it'll... No, okay, so I can actually choose to send it out to a vote every single time. So if anything, I think I'll search for spoils. And then it'll actually throw it up to a vote. This is actually a really good game to stream, not just only because of the atmosphere, but also I think the Twitch integration is a nice tool. As you search for valuables, when the Northerns grab you, and last breath, he runs his blade into your side. Thankfully, he hurt. Only hit my purse.
You strike me as the type who would put themselves in harm's way for the benefit of others. Yet, perhaps you'd rather have someone else sacrifice themselves for you.
You hear shouting up ahead. As you make your way down the cobbled street, you see lights flickering on the road in front of you. As you approach, you see a building. Flames and smoke billowing out of its upper room windows. A crowd has formed outside, passing buckets of water between one another to temper the blaze. As you push your way through the crowd, you see a woman frantically pleading the villagers. Please help, my family is in there. Anyone? Please help. I can brave the fire myself. I can let Malaclips attempt the rescue. You should know that you have 0 luck. That doesn't matter, it's our fate. We'll brave the fire ourselves.
The wheel is one of my favorite innovations. It combines many different elements of our game into one.
Interesting. So... Eh? Confirm or choose again? Let's redraw. That's Malaclips' apparently ability. You can actually redo a roll.
Excellent. A wise decision.
Through a haze of smoke, you find the woman's youngest daughter crying out under a bed. You coax her out, scoop her up, and carry her out of the blaze. A village rushes to your aid. Thank you, brave adventurer. I can take it from here. But be warned, the building is not safe. It will soon collapse. The woman embraces her child and then turns to you once more. My husband, did you see my husband? He's still in there. Please help. The dealer adds another life pain card to the wheel gambit. Interesting. We can actually return to the building, or we can decline and leave. It's actually really nice. I don't know what the 3 is for the for Malaclips there. I see. You can actually rescue everyone. Oh, that is dirty.
Oh dear. Move faster next time.
With a sudden crack, the beam above you gives way, injuring you and blocking your path. You retrace your steps back out of the building. I see, so you can actually keep rescuing. I cool down if I had to, I guess. Interesting. I think if anything, we'll stop. Oh, actually, no. We do technically have enough food. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. We'll see what happens. What do you guys think? Should we, if we could return or decline? Want to return? Oh, all right. One more spin. I'm trying to figure out when you need to stop the wheel. It looks like it's 2 cards ahead. You find the woman's son attempting his way to find out through the smoke and flames. Grabbing his hand, you lead him back through the building to safety. A villager rushes to your aid. Thank you, brave adventurer. I can take it from here. Okay. The dealer adds another life pain card to the wheel gambit. Interesting. Alright, shall we do one more? There's only one person left. That means there's basically success or failure. We haven't gotten the token yet because this is one of the new ones we came across. All right, one more. Oh, they made that a lot faster now. So I need to hit right. Oh, that's. Ooh. Okay, I was wrong. Wow, this roulette one is actually brutal. You hear a shrill cry as the beam collapses. The fire claims the victim.
Now the power is yours to use.
Alright. Let's actually use it. Let's use the hammer. As you exit the building, it collapses behind you. While you are unable to save everyone, the villagers are grateful for your valiant effort. You gain 8 fame. Unfortunately, we didn't rescue everyone, so...
It appears you are worthy to wield the weapon of champions. The raiders will hide from you no longer.
You turn Hrith's ire over in your hands. The rune on its face begins emanating golden light. It's unclear if it now weighs less or you have a newfound strength, but either way, you can now wield the mighty hammer. Should you do one more? Of course. I don't know what the 3 means, though. Oh, I guess I won't be with my partner for 3 turns. That makes sense, actually. Remembering the Elder of Talos' instruction, you set out toward the Sanctum of the Shaman. Locate and defeat the Shaman. Okay, well, let's keep going.
At what point does honor bend to pragmatism?
I actually like this. You can actually keep, just let people actively choose. But the end choice will always be yours. The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything you can do? Yeah, so the clock there, if you use his ability, he won't be able to assist you. Your partner won't be able to assist you for 3 turns, and each partner's ability is going to be different. Let's assist the woman, actually. I'm actually curious
Dice are a constant reminder of death. The singular is die, as I'm sure you know, and they are often called bones for the material from which they were crafted. Here, however, they may also bring a touch of life.
Can I lose fame? I actually don't know about that one more thing. We're still very early into our adventure here. This is, I believe, the 4th campaign we're on. And it's still very much, you know, tutorial, so it's still teaching me, new things. A lot of stuff I didn't even get to experience at the PlayStation Experience back in 2016. Oof. Well, they're all terrible. There's no way to actually win this roll. Oh, I always did wonder what happens if we lose a roll.
Dice are fair, and thus you have lost this round.
Why, thank you. Now, if you would be so kind to give me all of your gold, the woman draws a pair of concealed blades from her corset. Come on out, boys. You have no time to react as a group of bandits spring from hiding. Whore of Greed and the Anarchist of Greed. Well, we don't have a shield anymore because the hammer is a heavy weapon. But, let's see what this hammer is. Haritha's Ire. Bestowed to the people of the western fishing villages by the clans of the north in a time of peace and prosperity. Ah. Oof, the hammer hits hard. Definitely a very different way of fighting. With the thugs defeated, you search their bodies for valuables. 8. Let's reroll. Nuffle be praised.
A win here sets the tone for your challenge.
You find some food amongst their possessions. Nice. We will definitely be setting up camp right now. All hail the defender of the villagers! The traitors cheer. Come and make camp and join us. Be curious. What equipment could you be selling? You're selling Winter's Bane. We don't need that. Let's sell equipment. We can sell the soldier's sword. I don't know what the tokens do. I'm still really curious about that. Let us actually cook some food. We definitely need to restore our health. I would assume it'd be possible to lose fame. I mean, I'd be surprised if you could only gain fame. Let's go down to 6 should be fine. The sound it makes its contact is weird. Its pitch is higher than expected.
Although you clearly dabbled with gods to arrive here, you do not need them. You have your own strengths.
I'll be honest, I didn't listen too closely to the sound of the hammer as it smacked those thugs. Or the greed. So the card so far is like, was it, Blight, Greed, what else? Not Berserker. Empire. And Northerner, I think, is the one. Your quest brings you to a remote shrine high in the mountains. It is revered among the few local peasants for its remarkable healing properties. You kneel before the shrine and beseech the gods to take pity on you. Let's roll. Ah, come on. You can do better than that. So we roll. There we go. Sunshine appears through a break in the clouds to bathe you in radiant glow. Nice, extra health. And there's the food. I'm sure the lizard folk are still in the game. It has... So, one more thing, just to let you know, it has been 100 years since the original Hand of Fate. It took the dealer 100 years to escape. And we are his tool of vengeance.
You have prepared yourself for this battle. Now you must face it, but not alone, perhaps.
It is as the Talos Elder said, Malclip's remarks, the shaman's sanctum is protected by a magical barrier. Best you try that hammer. Well, let's try the hammer. You raise Haritha's ire above your head and bring it down against the magical wall with all your might. The hammer finds its mark and you are immediately engulfed in a blizzard of snow and ice. The halloween winds spin you this way and that and vanish as quickly as they had appeared. Disoriented, you look around for Malclips, but he is nowhere to be found. You find your bearings and realize that you are now standing in a forest clearing, covered in newly fallen snow. You step back and bump into something. Turning, you see a northern clansman, bald and brutal.
He has brute strength, if nothing else.
He does not flinch, nor seems even the slightest bit interested in you. He stands with weapons drawn and brow lowered. You turn to follow his gaze. Though one of the cards mentioned them yesterday. It mentioned like half lizards. So a lot of things have probably changed with time. Then you see her, sitting on a throne of wicker and thorns, small straw-plated charms and oddities hanging from the trees behind her. Before her kneel countless raiders. Frost, that's the card. Before her kneels countless raiders, worshipping their leader in an eerie stillness. The defenders of the villages and the exiled one, the shaman says with a hiss. He steps down from her throne. I know why you have come. Let this end. I hope you know how to fight, hero, says the bald northerner calmly. There are more warriors here than we can kill. To defeat a snake, you must cut off its head. Ready your weapon, and the shaman and her clansmen surround you. Wow, minus 15 health, minus 15 food. You can be mean in voting. That's very interesting. Oof, look at this shaman. Raid leader Gerda. Raid leaders are the front line of the Northern Assault, centers of tactical and religious guidance. The shaman casts spells that heal her allies. Attack her quickly to interrupt the spell.
I do not know them, yet we will fight together. Stand clear of my blades. Stand clear of your
Oh, I see what she was doing. She was turning ice. I guess that gives me increased damage? Oh, hang on a second. Let's just end the shaman's life with a fierce blow. The shaman's body writhes as a dark spirit leaves her chest and vanishes into the air. The remaining raiders flee into the forest. As the skies clear, the sun beams down on the colossal warrior that had fought alongside you. I am Calbjorn, he explains. I was born into the northern clans, but I am clanless now. You do not know us, but we were not always like this. Perhaps one day the clans will return to the tradition that they lost. I befriended Kolbjorn the Wanderer. You and I have cleared a small part of the stain for my honor this day. If you call, I will answer. He reaches out a massive hand and clasps your forearm. Let us head back and find your friend. And with that, you and Kolbjorn make your way back through the forest in search of Malclips.
Another card returns to my deck. Do not worry, I have more challenges before you will be ready to face my foe. Well done. Another northerner falls before you, and a new companion joins your journey.
Take her sweet hat. That was a sweet hat that raider had. The Armor of Gluttony. The Ring of Food. The Pious Robes. And the Frontier Barbut. Fame and Shame. The Watchtower. Raider's Ambush. And the Bridge Skirmish. For proving yourself a worthy hero. And we got the weapon. So I guess that's a platinum tier weapon. For befriending Kolbjorn. Clan Eyebright. A Wanderer. For defending all of the villages. The Elder's Gift. All these new decks and new
You've done
tokens.
well. You understand the basic rules of the game now. From here, they will change.
So we moved on from the Empress. Let us take on the Emperor. Thieves have stolen a relic from the Emperor's palace. The Empire are looking to hire adventurers to help recover this and other items. There is a limit, unfortunately, how many shiny cards you can bring with you, so there is that. Also, one more thing. If you could actually just answer something. I've been watching my bitrate on OBS, and it's been turning from green to red. Has there any been suffering in terms of the stream quality? Or has the stream been stopping randomly? If you could answer that, I'd appreciate that. We are looking for a stolen relic. Explorer, the road ahead may be long. Ensure you have enough food to avoid starvation. Bandit country. The wilds are a lawless land and perfect a hiding place for thieves on the run. Unprepared. Pathfinder. Use map reveal to help navigate the treacherous wilds. Let's see. Max Brimstone cards unlimited. Defeat the chariot to unlock. Not that even knows. Okay. So it is just something. I don't know why OBS is doing that then. If the stream hasn't crashed, then that's at least that's a benefit. I have dropped. Oof. I actually just noticed I've been dropping a lot of frames. Nothing doesn't look like it's too substantial though. So let's actually inspect what he does here. When activated, Kolbjorn performs a charged attack that causes stun and may knock down weakened enemies. Stay close to charge his ability faster. Interesting. So basically you fight close to him and he will actually work with you. Bonus dice. Optionally roll an extra dice after missing the dice gambit's target, but you lose your companion for 3 turns. And he's a melee fighter. Interesting. And then Malclips, you can actually give me a magical shield. And it also looks like it also says like what they represent. So I guess the star there represents the Empire, and the fur rather represents that he's a northerner. Teleport to avoid damage. 30-second cooldown.
I doubt the northerner can offer you anything. Time will tell.
Versus a 20-second cooldown. Okay, well, why don't we take out, bring on the... Actually... You know what? No, we're actually gonna go back
All
with the trick.
mages are my children. This one, however, I would rather disown.
I'm gonna stick with Malclips for a second here, because if relics would be nice. That magical shield is kind of nice as well. I'm gonna take the underneath here. Did we gain any other platinum? We know what the shrine does. So the shrine gains life, increases max life if I hit the dice roll. So let's try the Elder's Gift. Yeah. Companion KO. Oh, I see. You can actually lose your companion. Photographer. I wonder what it would take to get the token from him, though. Okay, looks like they actually prioritize the tokens. So it's always going to be a balance if you're going to actually want to add. You can't just give yourself good stuff here. But for now, add the bridge skirmish. We'll add fame and shame. Actually, no, let's not add fame and shame. Wait, fame and shame? Oh, no, I was thinking famine and shame. More money. Friendly innkeeper, we don't know what that does yet. We'll do gnomish exchange. We'll add the watchtower. I want things that actually offer me food. Or food or gold, I guess, would probably be the best thing. Gain resources. Gain any? What do you mean by gain any? Receive sources, equipment, or a blessing. Okay. Let's actually... I want those tokens. I mean, did I choose any with tokens yet? The one, the underneath. I'll add the cartographer. But I want to add... Let's add deep water. And we'll add... I want to add burning building. Finally... Oh, okay, I see. So it's, So each deck is divided, so you can actually have one of each. Well, we know what the Hurith's hammer do. I want to know what the Humble Hammer does. Actually, we're going to take 8. So I want to bring the Armor of Gluttony. Bring the Pious Robes. Bring that. The Dark Groove. I don't remember. Oh, right. It did show. Great heal. Great enemies heal during combat is reduced. Wait, what did it say? Oh, it's value. Okay, so it actually has a value. So Extinguisher. We'll add Ring of Food. We'll add the Shield. Add... It says Empire. We'll add the Cardinal Blade. And since it says to bring food, we'll bring food. So you can also do... So just also, you can also do a recommend as well. So the, So you can actually let the imps build your deck for you. Oops, that's the wrong button. Now to start, let's find this artifact.
These foes I place before you, these rules, I do not know truly if they will train you for the challenges that Callus will place in your way. Of course, we know how this part of the story ends. The Emperor is merely the face on the throne. Behind him, the usurper pulls the strings. The one who sits upon the throne of life and death has a great influence upon the world. Their very soul permeates the lands and fills the hearts of the people.
I love the fact that something like this exists. Okay, so it actually also does one thing. So the last adventure ended, but it still says, okay, they reset the counter. The shrill voice of the town crier rings out across the market square. The Emperor himself seeks Adventurer Guild's members. Urgent expedition, vital to the safety of the Empire. You spot a crowd of travelers weighed down with weapons and tools lingering nearby. The Empire is offering a reward just to set off on the expedition. Even more if we make it back. That's how desperate they are in need for help. The dealer adds a gold counter to the map. Hey, how's it going, Ninja Zombie? Alrighty, and let's just continue on.
The Empire does not ask for much, but in the end, they take everything.
How you doing tonight, Ninja Zombie? Hashtag A. I'm actually glad people are dividing the vote. I want to see what happens in a 50-50 myself. I'm curious about that. So thank you very much for selecting that option. On arriving at the gates of the royal palace, an armed escort leads you directly to the Emperor's chambers. The Emperor remains still and silent as his chief council lays out the expedition. Few relics from the last age will endure this world. We had one in this very room until last night. He gestures to an empty pedestal. Not only must you reclaim the stolen symbol of our power, we ask that you gather its 3 sibling relics. The evidence suggests a thief they seized on a weak spot in the guard's schedule. There are many treasures in the palaces. Curious that this is all they stole. The ornate pillow sits on top of a stone pillar. In the dust, you make out the shape of a jagged blade. Hey, welcome back, Prinny. I can't help but being evil. Hey, my fate is in your hands. That's the whole point of something like this. And that's why I like the integration. 3-way tie now. I like the way you think, Prinny of Time. I like the way you think. It was a ceremonial sword. It sat for decades under our protection. We're not protecting it, you understand? We're protecting those who would try to possess it. The blade is cursed. Its venom strikes both wielder and foe in equal measure. Few relics from the last age still endure this. Oh, okay, I'm just reading the same thing. Hold, adventurer. It took skilled and dangerous thieves to steal the artifact. We need to ensure you'll be safe out there. See our training officer on the way out.
A keen eye will notice that themes repeat themselves. Events too. The wheel ever turns.
You're greeted by Captain Estrella Fiore. Thieves are cowards at heart. They dodge your heaviest attacks as they dodge their civic duty. A swift blade is best to defeat them. Here, try these out. Dual weapons are effective against fast enemies like thieves, but weak against armored enemies like Empire.
I never understood the duel. If you're at war, use every tool at your disposal. If not, let things lie.
I love Anthony Scordy's performance in this game. I like him as the dealer. I still hope to find Dev, commission him, says like, make us a Twitch streaming pack. I would love to see something like that happen. Cutthroat's blades. They are a light weapon. Stun thieves. Requires 18 hits. Performs 6 strikes that causes stun to thieves. Stunned enemies take 150% damage when hit. So in other words, it would go from 8 to 12. Riposte against thieves. Riposte deals 125% damage. Interesting. And light. Hits increase during a combo. Riposte can interrupt counterattacks. Weak against enemies with high defense. Alright, let's try out these blades.
Still, you find yourself hunting relics. Do you not wonder why or what they may do?
Okay. I don't think I was expected to see this. Look at the map! Your quest takes you far from the city. Vast wildlands stretch out before you. Your companion reminds you of your Emperor's mission. I know. That's a disturbing amount of cards. One relic was stolen by brazen thieves. Another is in the tiny clutches of a shady merchant. One is enshrined in a tiny northern village. As for the last relic, shrugs. Who knows? Find the 4 relics. Deliver them to the Empire safely. Oh, that's even dirtier. They move. Let's get started.
It was your actions that necessitated these additions to the game, you understand. I knew you were approaching and tailored things around your lust for fame.
You follow the sound of hammering into the wall. Inside, a tiny man steps atop a stool, chipping away at a row of marble sculptures. Impressive, is it not? It's a malley full of cadre. It's a great patron of the arts, but you could be too. Commission a marble sculpture. You know what? Let's vote on this. But yeah, that is a lot of cards. That is a lot of cards. Commission a ceramic sculpture, 5 gold. Commission a marble sculpture, lose 20 gold. Or decline, and we keep our money. Remember, we only have 7 food and money. We can actually buy food from the camp. So right now it's 50-50. I want to decline, honestly, but I'm curious of what these do, because there's no token attached to these cards. Very curious, actually. Let it run a little bit longer, but if I don't get one within the next 10 seconds... Between the two, I want to see what happens if we actually do select. Alright, I'm gonna pick number 1 then. Ooh. This is so very interesting. I think for any time went to go take care of something else, but let's go. Let's go with number 2. Oof, both of you were right. Sometime later, you return to see the finished product. An exact replica of you stands in the town hall among a sculpture of nobles. I guarantee such a status symbol will earn you great admiration from the people of the Empire, says the sculptor. You gain 4 fame. Okay, so that's literally you gain fame.
Fire is a symbol of so much. Purity, will, creative force, and power. A moment of inattention, and it becomes pure destruction.
Nah, don't worry about it for any time. If you got something to do, you can do it. So this is the burning building. We can braid the fire ourselves. Basically, we'll start at the roulette wheel. I don't know what happens if we send Malaclips into attempt to rescue. I just don't know what'll happen. Or we can, of course, decline. Oh, if you guys really want me to do that, fine. Right, we'll do the wheel. Oh, I want to continue. That's a person we saved. Through a haze of smoke, we've found the daughter. I'll actually I'll let this ride. Well, I guess for the token, we have to save everyone. That would be my assumption. Because we rescued 2 people last time, but we weren't able to get the token. Alright. Return to the building. Try it again. Oh, they moved the toil card too. Ah, damn it. Yeah, let's redraw. Damn it! The smoke is too thick and you find yourself disoriented. Eyes burning, you fumble your way back to the building to catch your breath. Okay, so I actually didn't lose anything. Alright, that's actually a good thing. And now. Aw, oh, come on. You hear a shrill cry as a beam in the next room collapses. The fire claims a victim. Oh! Ah, come on.
Perhaps you should have taken your time. I'm not a vain man. You must appreciate that the game, this game, has been my focus for more years than I can count. I have a certain pride regarding its twists and turns.
Oh god, the wheel just keeps getting bigger. Alright. Well, at least we got 2 of them. Slumped in the corner room, you find the woman's husband. You put her arm over your shoulder and quickly make your way out of the inferno. Yeah, so you need to rescue all 3 to unlock that token. That's a difficult token to get.
A moment of peace on your travels. Savor it.
It seems timing-based. It definitely seems timing-based over random. It's more finding out when the moment you press it versus stops. It's not precise, though. So it doesn't slow. It slows down at the same rate, but it's just because they're making the wheel bigger or they're making it spin faster. It makes it harder to find that right moment when to press it to actually stop it. So it'll always be. It's a little bit different every time. That's kind of what makes it hard to pull off. In the bed of a river, you find some discarded coins. How fortuitous. There we go. That's what I wanted to see.
Even peace hides steel within.
The wilds are home to many a rebel, criminal, and beast. Light weapons are what weakest against Empire armor. That's actually nice that you can actually change your weapons. Oh. Interesting. Both a neglected sword. And let's go. Look at that neglected sword. Oh my god, it is wobbly and terrible. Why are there frost? Damn berserkers. There we go. Phew. That was rough. Oh, that hurt. That hurt again. I'm getting a little bit. I'd like to think I'm getting better at the combat. The battle resolved, you scavenge what you can from the remains. Armory. The pious robes or the cardinal blade? Let's go with the pious robes. Let's see. Corrupted inflict 25% less damage. Lose 1 max life instead of taking starvation damage. And it's light armor. Fame required 7. It looks like Fame is definitely going to be a requirement to equip any sort of enchanted weapons and armor. Well, let's take the pious robes.
Think about what has been lost simply to grant you comfort.
I'm actually curious. Gain, reveal 5 encounter cards. Oh, that's useful. The Treacherous Wilds, the Treacherous Wilds. Okay. I can actually see what is up ahead. I can also change my inventory. Let's actually do that. Let's go back to the Cutthroat Blades. I want to actually see what this is. Just an adventurer's garb, okay. Let us go left. And out of the 3.
Inattention leads to disaster. Not every inch of the wilderness is peaceful.
So out of the 3, it looks like me losing health was the choice. The wilds are sometimes treacherous and harmful. Traversing a dangerous cliff face, you slip and lose your footing. Though relatively unharmed, the same cannot be said for the pack of travelers' rations that broke your fall. Ooh. The open wilds. The wilds are welcoming. Their bounty plentiful. You harvest succulent berries from nearby thicket. Huzzah! We're not starving to death. The dangerous wilds. One-handed weapons are recommended against northerners. You can change equipment in the inventory. We're just gonna go with the dual weapons. I want to see what they do. And you can turn off the gifts as well, just to let you know if you do buy this game and stream it yourself. Oh, even your equipment, your look changes too. That's nice. A lovely pair of fine blades, fit for the finest gentleman. Well sharpened, well cared for, and deadly.
I'm no happier to be here than you lot.
What? Let's see what this does. Oh, it's a whirlwind. Alright, so that actually goes through. That is difficult. Ooh, that was brutal. I got stomped. More armor.
Hardly elegant, but possibly effective.
Weaken block. Bash an enemy in block or remove their armor to cause a brief stun. Now reveal, after every encounter with a gambit, reveal one random encounter card on this level. Alright. Oh, thank goodness, a health potion. Alright, well, let's go this way. Darn it. Ooh, permanent injury. And now I'm chasing. I was hoping they would actually offer food in this journey. Well, we're stopping to camp.
Those who are desperate can never hope to get the best possible price.
A sweating trader comes jogging in from the darkening wilds to join your campfire. Thank God you're here. I don't know how to start a fire. It's my first time traveling to the capital. Bard attempts and fails to set up a tent. To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure why you would bring me along in this adventure. Handling precious relics as such, you just keep me around for my dashing looks, don't you? How expensive? We're buying the food. I do not care. Your gasp is so genuine. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can sell my blades, so blades are worth 4 gold. What equipment do you have for the Armor of Gluttony? I want to see what this does. Food defense. Gain +3 defense if you have 20 plus food. Gain an extra 3 defense for each additional food. Food. Receive +1 food for every gain food or receive. Medium armor. Reduces speed by 10. You know, for an Armor of Gluttony, this is actually a really good piece of armor. Alright. What equipment do I have to sell? No, I'm using all of those. Let's see, I don't want to risk, I don't want to cook my food. I'll just break camp. Thankfully, this map is actually a lot friendlier than I thought it would be.
Here we begin to see the potential of cards based around fame. If you can force them from your deck and into your hands, you can begin to exploit their power.
Interesting. Alas, the raiders have destroyed our village, the elder explains. We had naught of value to steal. Mind, I fear they now attack us for sport. Let me give you some advice, he continues. Reparation is key to victory. Never begin a quest without first stacking the deck in your favor. There is no platinum equipment in the deck. He looks at you through pale eyes. May your deeds of greatness ever regaled in song and told in tale. May you ever be remembered. Gain 8 fame. Interesting. Interesting. Was that Treacherous Wilds? It was Treacherous Wilds. Okay, so I want to actually avoid that. And I gave my health back. Nice.
One more relic is within your grasp. Who hired these thieves? That is the true question.
I was wondering if all the gift voting could be negatives, and they are. That's really good. Though their movements are erratic, you eventually track the thieves back to their camp. You catch them frantically loading the relic onto a horse and cart. Just hold him off for a couple of minutes while we ready the horses. I wonder if you actually could die from the negative health. I'm kinda curious about that. That's a lot of thieves. Eclipse, do not go sleeping on the job here, buddy. I'm not letting those thieves escape. You were wondering if I could change my vote. So... Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if you can change your vote. After clearing out the thieves, the camp, you quickly locate the relic. You recovered a relic. You gain 4 fame. Tauren's Plate. It is cursed. The new wielder of this item will gain a curse. This card cannot be discarded. Pain. The effects of all pain cards are applied twice until the next map. Then discard this card. Brittle Bones. Oh. Oh. The relic is cursed, Malaclips exclaims. Who would want to steal such a thing in the first place? There we go. Let me see here. I definitely don't want to do Treacherous Wilds. Death by Twitch sounds appropriate. Indeed it does, Ninja. Well, Tenmar, since you wondered if the negatives can kill you, so the chat will now try and kill you. Oh, that's actually really good. Let's see if I can prevent that from happening, though. The wilds are sometimes treacherous and harmful. Oh. Well, I lost my food again. Never mind, I lost 2 food. I forgot about that. The cursed armor. I'm actually... hang on a second. Inventory... Oh, it's a curse. Okay. Wait. Oh, just simply holding the armor makes me cursed. Okay.
An opportunity to better understand these lands, perhaps.
On the edge of the Empire, far from the capital, sits a lonely watchtower. You approach with caution, knowing that few travelers are allowed near. Halt! Calls the soldier as you approach the tower. None may cross the border from the northern lands into the Empire. Offer them... Oh, we can leave this up to a vote. Offer them gold. Try to sneak past the tower, or go the long way around. Doesn't look like there's definitely no token at stake, so I'm curious to see what you guys will choose. So yeah, it looks like if there's definitely a lot of people watching and picking choices, it makes sense to allow people to switch your vote. I also do notice you do have to be very attentive looking at chat. And this is kind of assuming a smaller viewership. You're going to need to actually keep an eye and see who... if you get like 50-50 or 100, you might wonder what they're actually picking. Well, let's try and sneak past the tower. You return hours later, as night approaches. As you scramble through the undergrowth, you hope their scouts don't spot you. And roll! 15! Nice! Scale the tower without incident. You look to the east and west. Open wilds. Turn your gaze to the north and south. Continue your journey. Nice! That's actually pretty cool. Oh right, that actually just discovered cards. Alright, let's try this then.
A simple part of every story. Especially a tale spent in the company of allies and boon companions.
As night draws in, you return to the Rusty Razor. The proprietor greets you warmly. What can I provide to the savior of the Rusty Razor? Meal? Buy a meal? A rest? What do you require? I'll ask about lodging. No, actually no. Discuss the latest... I'm actually curious. Actually here, buy food. Supplies are a bit hard to come by out here. Ooh. Some food's better than none. I want to discuss the buy healing. Oh, draw a life gain card. Okay. We'll discuss the latest rumors. The innkeeper tells you that the recent cheese festival has kept the inn busy and his coffers full. Let's see. Looking for lodgings, eh? I have some fresh-made beds for travelers such as yourself. It's free, of course, assuming you have some provisions. Okay, so it basically works the same way as like making camp. 1 food heals 5 life. Not right now. Alright, well, that's all we can do. So that's basically a free card that allows you to buy healing or buy food. Okay. Not the best card. Oh, okay, yeah, thank you very much for the auto host. Really appreciate that. For those watching, if you would like to contribute your votes to Hand of Fate 2. I have included Twitch integration, so your vote will count.
Wits or weapons? Perhaps both will fulfill you here.
As you approach a bridge high in the mountains, you see that it is already occupied. From your viewing angle, you notice the bridge structure has been damaged. With luck, you may be able to knock out one of the supports with a thrown object, causing the bridge to collapse. Will you risk throwing one of your belongings at the bridge, or charge headlong into battle? I can fight, I can throw a piece of my equipment, or I can throw a rock. Yeah, so even if I actually don't like the option, I could just simply... You all want me to throw a rock? Alright, we'll throw a rock. You quickly look around and settle for a hefty stone. What?
The pendulum swings like a scythe, bearing hope or failure.
I am confused, but okay. Damn it.
Poorly done. You must harness your will and find the quiet stillness inside you.
I did not expect that either. Plenty of time. So the pendulum will stop immediately. So whatever the laser's pointing at, it stops immediately. I assumed it would, have like a slowing effect, but I was incorrect in my assessment. The rock flies into the canyon, alerting your enemies to your presence. We're in the fight. So they added a lot more games of chance.
I hate it up here. Fingers are too cold for music or magic.
It's very important to execute the blight. And also take out the anarchists. What the? Alright, whatever. Definitely changing up things from just picking cards. Indeed, it definitely is a major change, and it just adds more to the formula. Adds more to the game. You're making me want to pick up this game. It's really cool to see all the new stuff. Glad it's not just RNG card stuff. Yeah, no, there definitely is certain. Honestly, it's still primarily RNG. It's still primarily RNG stuff. There's just small little bits of skill, like the pendulum. That's skill. The dice is pure RNG. The wheel, it's a certain amount of control. It's not guaranteed. I haven't figured out if that's complete RNG, but it clearly is very much a stacked deck against you. You search the Fallen of anything of value. A blessing, max health. You receive 10 max health while no platinum cards are equipped. And 3 food. And gain, reveal encounters. Oh, there's the Gnomish Exchange. Alright, let's keep going. The underneath. Let's see. Wilds, dangerous wilds. Well, I know which way I should be going. Oh, that's... Oh... Oh, okay. So what just happened there, me losing 30 health, was actually the gift that you guys gave me. And it works with the curses. That's awesome. The wilds are welcoming, their bounty plentiful. You feel soothed and reinvigorated by your exploration. Oh, thank goodness.
I have little sense of trust for wandering merchants. True bargains are rarely found with those who are unwilling to wait around for their customers to test their wares.
I see. I'm curious. We're going to leave. We're going to leave. I'm not gonna put the. We're gonna leave because I now know where the last two are, because the token would have only increased if
It is not one game now, but a score, each with its own nuance and delicate approach.
So the giveaway that was a relic, that was the ending to our mission, was the fact that the token was raised. So that was its tell. Shall continue? We shall actually go to the cartographer. And we shall accept the 52 gold.
Nicely done.
I guess it just majority of the map had to be uncovered. And then we'll camp. And we will trade. Let's see, what are you offering here? The Armor of Gluttony. We cannot even benefit from the Armor of Gluttony. We will buy the one food, though. I was hoping to actually get more, though, from that. One trade. You know what? Actually, no, I know what we can do.
Careful, your supplies are running low.
Crossing the stone bridge, you finally find yourself confronted by a villainous band. Let's see, you could stand and fight the fiends or throw yourself to the mercy of the river below. I'll leave this up to a vote. Do we stand and fight? Or do we leap into the river and take a dice roll? I don't know where the one of 4 relics found. Unless the relics... Oh, you guys. Alright. Leap into the river. You dive over the side of the bridge just in time, plunging into the cold water. 11, huh? 12! Through a combination of luck and skill, you manage to avoid the worst of the river's hazards. You emerge on the banks further downstream. Okay.
There is little I can say that will stop an adventurer pilfering ancient artifacts.
The village of Durnich is unremarkable, save for a tiny, near-forgotten shrine. Here you find another relic, resting on a dusty altar. An old woman greets you. I see you're interested in our relic. Local legends tell of a time when a great hero will come to claim it. Until then, until it remains here under our watch. Well, you can definitely try and... I definitely want to see what happens if, I just end up dying. I'm also curious, now that the vote is tilted, if it just majority rule for the gift. If it's the majority rule of gifting, we'll just go with majority rules, or if it's just like, okay, it's a choice. Alright, I shall claim that I am the hero. The woman examines you for a moment before falling to her knees in prayer. You have arrived, just as foretold. Our savior! Drax Ring. The new wielder of this item will gain a curse. Lost in Sand. The Desert Crossing encounter is added to the map after every encounter where a pain card was drawn. Another cursed relic, Malaclips exclaims. This was not part of our deal with the Empire. Okay. Now I'm... Okay, well, let's go to the underneath.
Mages are hard to eradicate at the best of times. We have our ways of hiding from the light.
I'm the hero. You're the one from the prophecy. Following Malaclips' cryptic directions, many of which involve borrowing farm animals, you arrive at the edge of a vast and lonely lake. There you uncover a cave entrance blocked by a stone door. We must seek out Era of the Veil in the underneath, the bard had explained, to continue as you followed a frightened cow around the previous night. I'm gonna ask why he's seeking the Era of the Veil. Malaclips drops his wine bottle and nervously enforces a loud and hearty laugh, completely ignoring your question. The bespectacled ogre manning the door to the underneath doesn't look up from his book as you're approached. 10 food items per entry, he grunts. Malaclips scoffs. Robbery, if you're trying to hustle us, sir, I'll have you know I can shoot lightning from my fingertips. The doorkeeper sighs. Times are hard for us, Mal. You'll see when you get in there. Unfortunately, we can't do it. Malaclips tries to wheedle his way in, but the ogre merely grips his club threateningly and he desists. So that armor was the first relic then? Yes, it was. Let's make camp. I want to see. Let's trade. Oh, that's bad. So camp is only... So camp is a limited amount of resources. The good news is, though... Oh, that's beneficial. Oh! Oh. So every step is literally every step for the gifts. Interesting. Now I'm curious. It said there's 4 relics. I can literally just rush through things.
I am torn between my loathing for gnomes and my despair that the world is becoming less strange and arcane as the Empire spreads.
Alt vile humans, a voice calls out as a dozen small creatures leap from the trees around you. It takes a moment to realize they are gnomes. Dirty, poorly armed gnomes. A few hold spears, but most only have a rock or a sharpened stick. We seek arms to defend ourselves, a gnome declares loudly. Hand over some of your equipment and we'll release you. We can even pay you something. I'll give you food for a helmet, one of the small folk exclaims. No, give me armor and I'll give you a health potion, chimes in another. The gnomes all loudly shout their own efforts, trying to drown each other out. Let's give them something. I want the food. I want to give them my helmet. If they're gonna give me food. And we don't really need them, don't really need that anymore. You surrender the equipment to the gnomes. Satisfied, they offer payment in return. There we go. The gnomes retreat to the forest with their prize and soon begin fighting over it. So, I'm torn here. Obviously, I can't do the underneath, because that would take too much food. But something tells me that we have to go through all these wilds to get the 4th relic. Because we know where the 3rd one is, we don't know where the other one is. So, we're actually going to be going through all of the wilds. Intentionally. Oh, and we lose the cutthroat blades. And we also lose the pious robes. What? Desert cross? Oh, okay. Oh, that's rude. That is kind of rude. I'm curious now.
Another step into the emptiness. At least one hopes. Keep on walking through. Make time while you may. You see how the game changes, how its pieces move around, sometimes under your control and sometimes not.
Following the vague notes scrawled on your map, you journey through the desert. Been a long time since we had this. Although, nope, okay, there it goes. That's right, I don't have to actually put this up for a vote. It takes a few seconds. Looks like a 50-50. Let's go with plenty of time. Go with plenty of time. Before... Oh, both of you were right. You find safe passage through the desert. Oh, I see. Only failure would net you that token. I have no equipment to lose. There's nothing you can do. Although I'm curious now. Something tells me I probably should just try. Or let's actually buy the relic, negotiate a better price. Wait, we could just buy the relic. We actually could just simply buy the relic. That's an option. Or we can negotiate a better price, or we could threaten to take it by force. Or we could leave. What do you want? Like two of you want a better price. Let's see if we can negotiate. Make your best offer. If you win, the price will reduce by the total of the die. If you lose, he may refuse to sell the relic to you. Now we can haggle. The dice target is 5. Some rare things on sale, stranger. Okay, so basically, you could basically consistently whittle him down. We're just gonna buy the relic. We have way too much gold, and you've given me 20 gold. I've only ever seen this much coin in my dreams. The merchant seemed pleased with the sale. The cursed helm of Ogagu. Cursed as a spring. Destitute. Platinum gain cards have no effect. Another accursed relic? I swear if... Before Malekith can finish, the relics start to vibrate and hum, then glow with an eerie, unnatural light. A mage's tower. Your eye is drawn to a similar glow, emanating in response from a distant tower. Do you think they're trying to tell us something? Malekith smirks. Let's get moving. Head to the mage's tower and find the final relic. Alright, let's go to the... Oh, you guys really hurt me. Oh well, there it goes. To the mage's tower.
Now you must begin to ask yourself how these threads connect. Were you simply a patsy for the Empire? Or did you hope to be something greater?
Well, I think we have to enter the tower. I am sorry. I will be overriding this one. Ooh. I did not expect that. I will...
That should help.
As you climb the tower stairs, a voice calls down from above. Do you even know why you're here? How much did they tell you when they ordered you out into the wilds? When they sent you out here like a dog after a bone? Continue to wind your way up the tower. Oof. Oh, that was close. You finally reach the top of the tower. You've been sent here to do the bidding of the true enemy. These relics can be used to defeat him, but here you're looking to return them to him. A one of Arcane. I see you bring the relics, the mage says with a grin. A thief can't be trusted to deliver on a job, but one can always rely on the predictability of the Empire to send their dogs. She holds... Oh, she. She has a very deep voice. She holds the remaining relic out, mockingly. I suppose you'll be wanting this. Ragnar's Cursed Blade. Take it, he says calmly. But be warned, its curse will sap you of your strength and your will to fight, and combat is inevitable, I'm afraid. Or, she continues, you can let me keep it. Should you best me. But, should you best me, it will be lost to you forevermore. And let me keep it, but should you best me, it will be lost to you forevermore. Take the cursed relic and fight the mage under burden, or leave the relic and fight the mage. Remember, our goal is to get all the relics. Well, the only way to assure ourselves is to take the relic. We're fighting her regardless. You all want that. Alright. We shall fight the mage under burden. How bad can it be? Find out. The lone wolf, your companion, will not aid you in combat. That's actually not so bad. Not too bad. The relic is heavier in your hands than you expected, and its presence clouds your thoughts. Mage laughs. Your Imperial masters would be most proud. Prepare to meet your fate. You struggle to lift your weapon as a group of thieves join the fray. Alright, 4 versus 1. 1 of Arcane. This mage went to extraordinary lengths to gather these relics. Mages shoot projectiles from a distance. Use a Fey to avoid their attacks. I would assume not, but if we do get this as the Mage Tower as a card... Oh, that... Oh! Alright, you're... not happy. Oh no. I don't know what that does. Ah. Oh. Fortunately, you can't really adjust the camera too much, and that is an AoE attack. Just to let you know. So, as long as she's standing there, I basically can't engage on her. Aw, oh, darn it. Should have actually done the counter. Oh, okay, that's what that does. Oh, that was brutal. With the relics recovered, you journey back to the Imperial City to claim your reward. Captain Estrella meets you at the city gates. I'll take you straight to the Chief Council. She'll be eager to examine what you've brought back. On the walk to the palace, you explain that you safely recovered all the relics. It's maybe a rare day when the council will smile, Estrella says. You can see her trying to catch the words as they've come out. My apologies. This is indeed another glorious day for the Empire. The Chief Council looks over the relics you've returned. We've done well. We shall keep these relics safe, lest they fall into less learned hands. And there we go.
Every part of this tale is a part of your history, a part of the reasons that bring you here.
For completing the Emperor's expedition. Empire contacts. Palace Armory. I've had a decent amount of drop frames. I do apologize. I don't know why it's happening, but something tells me it's probably connected to me having to rebuild my entire rig. I basically had to take apart my entire computer and put it back together. Not the inside of the tower. I mean, just cleaning up the desk and having to unplug and replug everything. It might be connected to that, so hopefully tomorrow's stream will be a little bit smoother. Exploring the wilds. A winding trail. The deadly forest. Ooh, that must be the brimstone card. The gambler's jewel. I like the sound of that one. The lord's diadem. The billy clubs. The mercenary garb. And we got the brigand's blades. We're safely recovering every relic. Okay, so the sun tokens are if you fulfill the main objective. We're safely recovering every relic. We've got the exquisite blade. And a man of the world. Oh, and we did get one token for greatly helping the cartographer with his map. We've gained the duel. Go. It's a good amount of challenges here, so I'll be interested in what happens if we don't actually succeed on a mission here. But I guess for now, though, it has been 2 hours, so now is the time I should actually be stopping the stream. But I do like the Twitch integration. I just want to show one thing here real quick. So you can actually go to settings, you just go to general, you can actually go to configure Twitch, and you can actually, if you do decide to get this game, it has encounter voting, so any sort of encounters, that's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Chance voting, that's during, I guess, the mini games themselves, and then there's the gifts votings, and that's basically what people have been doing. You can turn these on and off at your discretion. So I can actually turn off gift voting, which I do like that the blessings and curses are connected to the gift voting. I really do. That's actually a really nice touch. But that's gonna do it for us tonight here. So if anything, give me a second. Let's actually take a look and see who else is streaming at the moment. Actually, a couple of people here streaming right now. So if anything, this is a really nice game. I like it. I'd still say the combat is... I'm still trying to get used to the combat. Having to do the response time for, like, the executions and your special... The executions are a little delayed. Streaming more tomorrow? Yeah, so what I'm trying to do, now that I'm finally getting back into a routine of streaming and stuff, now that I'm able to stream, my standard schedule is me streaming every single night, 8 to 10 p.m. That's my goal. If I ever find myself not able to stream, if you can give me a follow on Twitter, I'll always announce before the time of me streaming if I'm canceling the stream, or I'll post it in the channel feed, which will also be pushed over to my Twitter. So the best chance of seeing if a stream is canceled is just simply check my Twitter. I don't spam my Twitter that much or anything like that, so it'll be very easy to notice, like, if a stream is going to happen or if it's going to be canceled. I always announce a stream is occurring at the time I'm about to start the stream. As for canceling, I usually try and announce things maybe an hour before or half an hour, unless something absolutely of mandatory comes up, or if I'm moderating for another streamer and such. If you scroll down, you can see all the people I moderate for. It's quite a few people, and they all have their different streaming schedules. But for the meantime, I don't see anything that results in me not streaming. But as for who is streaming right now here, there's actually a couple of people. There is Josh Jepson. He's actually streaming Mario Kart 8, so I guess if you have a Nintendo Switch, you can actually probably play along knowing him. And there is also Desperate Exposure and Big Bad Wolf. They are actually, I believe, doing a collaborative effort here, and they are both streaming. They're actually doing the Destiny 2 raid. It's a 6-person raid. They've got themselves a core group to do some raiding, and it's their first time taking on a challenge. So if you want to check it out, you can go check out Exposure. That's EXFAUXSURE. or you can check out Big Bad Wolf. Big Bad, and it's Wolf spelled W-O-U-L-F-E. Both of them are great streamers, very, very chill, great people to watch, to enjoy, so you can actually go watch either one and enjoy their banter. As for me, though, we will be coming back to this game tomorrow, and we'll be playing more Hand of Fate. I do plan to leave the voting option consistent throughout the entire playthrough. But until then, though, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your gifts and curses. And until then, though, take care.